happening, everybody? Hey, Dallas. Hey, Pixie. How you doing? Dallas. Yeah. That's an odd observation, Dallas, but cool. Hey, Tom. How are you? How you doing, Pixie? Good, Pixie. I had to like get in really close to see the emoji. Thanks. Hey, it wasn't that bad. I'm not leaving because of that, Dad. But now you guilted me into going back to the bed. Call that progress. Thanks, Pixie. That's why I've got a big shit-eating grin on my fucking face. If you hear what I'm hearing, I love it. So what's the shit? Dallas, I want to cover this song I found on vinyl, but the band is really unknown and other stuff is streaming. Okay, so Dallas, in short, you ain't covering that song, buddy. Dude, you're gonna have to like take the vinyl and record it onto like another source. Gibble. Gibby, gibble. Somebody else said that too. Who the hell else said that? I don't know who that is. I've seen Youngblood with his White SG Jr. Epiphone. I've seen that out. Hey, Fishing Geek, what's happening? What's the word? What it is? What it be? Recognize that Thick and Thin by the Black Crowes on the Shake Your Money Maker record? Okay, man. Tube, never solid state with me. Land 6, Paul. I'm using a Swart STR Tremolo 5-watt tube amplifier with Soulcactus mods. Also using onboard reverb on the amp, and then retrosonic analog delay and 69 Mark II by Full Tone. Fuzz face. I enjoy my tone too, man. Thank you. Chocoloco. Gracias, amigo. Tom Patterson. What's up? No. Dude, you can do what you want. Whatever, like, in terms of signal chain and your, like, your pedal space, it's whatever sounds best to you between your amplifier and your guitar, right? So if you think, like, I want to go from the amplifier to my wah, that's up to you, man. I don't like it personally, but there are some people that do. Oh, that's cool, man. Who's the Duelist made by, again? Can you... I don't remember. Is it a 50-watt plexi or 100-watt? Reissue or original, man? Marshall. But But hey, Gibby, if you wanted my Sword amp, you would just have to email swordamps.com. Like, go to the website, email them, and say, hey, I want to get an STR tremolo, but I want to get it with Soulcactus mods. They'll say fine. I don't get anything for it, but and I don't know what the cost is involved. I can't tell you that because I haven't been on his website in a long time. But yeah, they'll make it for you. And if for some reason you don't like the 10, I think he puts in a baffle in there that you could swap it out and put in a 12 if you desired. Because the amp originally comes with a 12. I just prefer the Jensen P10R with El Nico magnet. That's one of the Soulcactus mods. Look, ideally, you really want to have some kind of nice, clean platform and sort of build your shit off there. You know, pretend the clean is like a blank canvas, right? You want to start with that. You want to start with a really nice canvas. You can start with a channel switching amplifier, but the problem I find with those is that you're always sacrificing one sound to cover the other sound. Like, if the overdrive channel is really fucking smoking, the clean channel is probably going to suffer a little. That's what I've always noticed about channel switching amplifiers. I've owned a couple Mesa Boogie amplifiers, Mark IV and a dual rectifier when it first came out. Back in '93. Yeah, that thing had me like feeling like that every day. I felt like I was being slapped upside the head because it was just so massive sounding. And that was pretty much like on 3 or 4 in the apartment. So, you know. King Tone makes the Duelist. That's cool. I've seen it before. Nice. That's cool, man. So in the 1987X then, right? I used to have one of those. I blew the power transformer out of mine, and then I replaced it, and it didn't sound the same, so I dumped it. Got it. That's cool, man. I'm sure it sounds ripping. I'm sure your rig sounds ripping, right? It would have to be. It's probably very loud, I imagine. I have not. I don't know what that is, Dallas. Is that like someplace you send your guitar or amp off to or whatever you need and they fix it and send it back to you? Yeah, man. Yeah, I know it's a Mark II Super Lead. Yeah, but the model is 1987X. I have the Marshall book here in the house. You ever seen that book, dude? Ham, you ever seen the Marshall book? I don't even know if it's in print anymore, but they made it. It first came out in the when did it come out? 1996 95, 93, somewhere between like 93 and 95. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I'm 54, man, so I was born in 71. Hey, mower guy. What's up? How you doing? My flow. You're sort of saying like my flow, right? Just to like your groove? Is that like the kid lingo? Sorry. Crazy Matt, 1, 2, 3, 4. That reminds me of that scene in Spaceballs, where they get the code to unlock Planet Druidia's air. And they're like, what's the code? Guy's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the one guy says, wow, that's amazing. I've got the same combination on my whatever it is. And they're just like, kind of like, dude, that's fucking scary, man. That's the combination where you keep safe shit. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Folks, you don't want to use that as a combination. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, Matt, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play some AC/DC if you put the money in the you buy the sticker. You buy the sticker, rock the coin right into the slot. Jukeboxes aren't free, man. Bye, stay motivated. I'm motivated without playing that song. Thank you very much. I may have to change my my hours that I stream because it seems like the evenings have been dropping off a lot lately, and I think mornings and like afternoons are seemingly better, at least to attract more people that aren't gonna hit me up for fucking Wonderwall. What's my thoughts on Ozzy? I loved Ozzy. I wasn't a huge Ozzy fan, and I don't know any of his solo music, like how to play it. I mean, I know some like original old Sabbath shit, but none of it like from start to finish because it really was never my thing. And I first thought it was like really sad the way he did his last concert, and then I realized after hearing the news yesterday and knowing that he died of Parkinson's and probably complications from drugs and alcohol and whatever else, I thought it was just like, you know what? That's cool. He went out on his own terms. Fuck it. You got to respect the Ozman for that, if nothing else. So, you know, like, that's how I feel about it. The dude was fucking too cool for school. But if I'm being honest, dude, if it wasn't for Sharon being in the room when he went to go pitch for his first solo record, he wouldn't have got that deal because Sharon's father was just like, get this mofo buffoon out of my sight. And she was just like, "No, Dad, I think that I can handle him and whip him into shape and make him make us a shit ton of money." And let's face it, she was right. So I would say sometimes behind every great man there is a great woman. Sometimes. Zach is excellent, dude. Zach is definitely like one of the best guitar players living and walking around on God's green earth right now. I wouldn't dispute that at all. I mean, if he asked me to play with him, I'd be like, fuck that, dude. I'll watch. I'm cool. I mean, even if he really he said no, I dig what you do. I want to play some blues with you. I'd be like, are you fucking with me, dude? I'd be like, okay, man. We can do a slow one, and you can just do however you want to do. And I'll do what I do. I'm like, that's cool to me. Because then you have there shouldn't be okay. It's cool when there's not a competition of styles. When you have somebody that doesn't play your style normally and they come in and they do what they do on top of what you do, that's cool. Because it brings a new interpretation to it that wasn't there previously, right? That's cool. Because it'd be boring to listen to me all the time. But if you have somebody else like a Zach Wild or, I don't know, whomever else. I mean, keep in mind, I live in reality. None of these people would ever fucking play with me in a million years. And I've met a few of these people. And I'm saying they still would not play with me. I would have to do something massive and cool for them to play with me. I guess I sort of did it with my signature amp, but still, it's not the same thing. Thank you, Just Alex. Zach was only 19 when he did that album. That's amazing. Hey, Jerry. It's always a good time in the day to go fuck yourself. Peace out, bitch. Hey, Mario, how are you doing this evening? He's a member. Dallas, you can be a member, man. It doesn't cost anything. As far as I know. You don't have to buy anything, Dallas, to become a member. To become like a Soulcactus member and get a cactus badge. I don't think you got to buy anything. How about Brian Wilson? Man, I like the Beach Boys, but I was just like that. Again, that would be something that I would listen to. It wouldn't be something that I'd yearn to play. Just sort of like Ozzy solo. Okay, Craig, I'll work on it. But I mean, I never understood why people went apeshit over Pet Sounds. Peace out, Dallas. Be cool. Princess Phoebe. And she is my ruler. When you live with dachshunds, they are not beholden to you. You are beholden to them. Just an FYI, people. You will provide me with the life that I am most accustomed to. Human. That's what living with a Doxy is like. Other than their attitude is of a T-Rex. The bell goes off, they go ape shit. You know, like the Tasmanian devil from Bugs Bunny. It's like I want to feed them Valium instantly, but I know I can't do that as a good human being. Because that would be wrong. I'm just saying. Hey Blair, what's up? Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to bring up a bad memory for you. Asa, what's happening? Well, I have, and I put up a couple shorts, Asa, this morning. One was NIB, and the other was like The Thrill Is Gone, because I know Ozzy was a huge blues fan. I don't know Stiff Upper Lip. Ozzy loved a lot of shit that would surprise a lot of people, I think. Don't you think, Joe? Oh, that's cool, Joe. You got an SG too? Or some kind of Gibson or Epiphone or something? You got two. What do I get? Where's my sticker? Next request pays money, or it doesn't get played. You know what, man? I had a standard before this. Well, while I had this one, I had to sell it, unfortunately. But I have some videos of it here. That one stayed in tune wonderfully. But I hear you. They're definitely fucking touchy, man. They can be. But like, I know Eric Johnson has one that he swears stays in tune, and like I get it. Some just do. Some do not. I don't understand why. You know, it just may be the nature of the beast. Not 100% certain. Not much, Jeffrey. What's up with you? Yeah, man, it's hot. Yeah, I will agree with that. Yes, Roger. Roger, the only way that you, I mean, like, why are you asking if I can read music? Yes, I can read music, but I mean, like, the practicality of me reading music is a different question. I would say that in my professional time that I've played out in the world, it's not a dumb question, man. Not at all. Not at all. I'm just telling you, like, yes, I've learned how to read music. I learned how to read music a long time ago, like when I was a teenager, because I needed to know how to decipher it for jazz band when I got into it, because that was like putting sight reading charts and music. For me, it was being able to take that sheet music and break it all down into guitar tab, thus being able to read music notation and then memorize it as it relates to the guitar. That's the problem with reading reading music, is that most of it, all of it, pertains down to open strings and up to the first third fret. So it's going to be your open strings up to up to the third fret. So basically, you're going to be playing in open position. Everything's going to be like that, and that's not going to be like proper fret placement for a lot of music that's out there. Like one of the pieces that I deciphered for high school jazz band was Chameleon by Herbie Hancock, and that went like this. Dude, that's an F sharp. That ain't gonna work in open position. So once I figured that out, I was just like, dude, how the like, there's no way. So it was just me to figure that out away from jazz band. But when I would go back the next day, I'd have it down. And then I'd be able to follow along because I understood it was just a riff. And it was just repeating. And then, like, as far as, like, chord charts go, different ball game. I wouldn't have to decipher that. I could just follow along as we played as a band. Because, I mean, like, most of the shit that you get in, like, jazz band, unfortunately, a lot of art programs have been done away with in this country. But, like, the most of the shit that you'd get in, like, a high school jazz band, most of it's going to be in, like, 4/4 time. You know, you got to remember the reality of the situation. You know, you're playing to a lot of young musicians. So your expectations cannot be that high. You can't be like, we're going to do a 12/8 or 12/4 or 8/16 times 6. Yeah, no, you're not. I'm telling you, you're not. You know why? Because the level of musicianship is not there. That's why. You're lucky if you get that out of your jazz band, okay? Now, some people like here, Klinger, he loves reading music. That's way cool. I am not tripping, but if you think that, maybe this isn't the channel for you. I'm talking about a specific situation that pertains to me in terms of what this person asked me. And I'm getting back to it. The thing of like reading music out in the professional world is playing in like bands professionally. In your local scene, I wouldn't worry about it. You're not gonna show up to an audition and be like, here's the, and the guy greets you with, here's the music to the four whatever. No, that's not how it's gonna go down. So I mean, like I said, just keep that in mind. Like, you know, I think reading music is a good tool, but realistically, you have to think of like, am I really going to be using this all that much? I think it is. I think it's necessary to understand tablature. I think it's a good thing to understand, period, whether you use it or not, because it allows you the ability to understand how music is read and interpreted when it is on sheet music. You know, you should know and understand that there is a treble clef and there is a bass clef, and who operates in which one. You're the guitar, so obviously you operate in what clef? Not a trick question, folks. Yeah, Joe, I agree with you 1,000%, dude. That's why I would have to go home, take the shit home from jazz band and decipher it myself. But again, you know, you're talking about like Larry Soulcactus as a 17-year-old kid was doing this. That was kind of a little advanced. But I mean, like, I also had to audition in the jazz band. That gig was not given to me. And if I couldn't play, like, I think it was like 3 different time signatures or whatever, 3 different styles of music or whatever, the guy was not going to give me the slot. I remember that very clearly. I remember sitting there and auditioning for this guy, mano a mano. And I was just like, shit, I didn't know I'd have to do this. But I had to do the same thing for Berkeley, but it was send in a tape. They sure are, Joe. Hey, Johnny Black, what's happening? Hey, Philippe. Klinger, it absolutely is useful to read both. That's why I said, you know, there is a benefit to learning how to read and understand music, period. Johnny Black, I'm sorry, I was going off on my fucking soapbox here. Greetings, Amos. Sorry I missed you. Miss Bro here. What up? Teacher Dave, what's happening? Thanks. Dude, don't be rude, man. You're coming into somebody's home. Don't be demanding. Classical music or classical guitar? Joe, which one specifically? Hey man, how you doing? Hey Roger. Tano, right? Alright, cool. Well, Roger, some people have gifted ears and they don't need to read music at all. They can just hear it and pick it up and lickety split, they're off and running. I'm not one of those people. I have to like digest it for a little bit before I can sort of key in on what it is I'm listening to. What do I like to listen to relax? A lot of like 70s shit, actually. I wouldn't call it exactly like yacht music. But when I like to relax, I like to listen to things like maybe Seals and Croft, Harry Chapin, Gordon Lightfoot, the Doobie Brothers, Carly Simon, Cat Stevens, Crosby, Stills and Nash, that kind of shit. So, singer-songwriter stuff that I don't normally play myself, like Jim Croce, but I love it. Like, I listen to it all the fucking time. You didn't think that I would, but I do. But I don't have like, if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain on my iPhone, on my iTunes music. No, I don't have any shit like that. Wings are great, man. Fairies Wear Boots, that's a great tune. Dude, enough. Kurt Cobain, up from 6 Feet Under, huh? Alright, cool. Oh, that's cool. I've Got a Name's a great song, Joe. No, I don't know Crazy Train, sorry. Johnny, sometimes it only takes 2 chords to make a hit song, believe it or not. Think about, like, Horse with No Name by America. There's others, I just can't think of them right off the top of my head, but... Hey, Death, what's happening? How you doing? Yeah, man. The mailman's here. Don't call me Pops. That's disrespectful. V2 Arena, what's up? Thanks, Roger. I appreciate that. I agree, man. If you had, well, that's like if you had one person to choose, alive or dead, to hang out with for whatever, who would you choose? Right? I think Randy Rhoads would be a cool choice. I don't know who I'd choose in that instance. Hey, Austin G, what's happening? Hey, Dutch. Sure, Teacher Dave. Excuse me. I'm playing through an Swart STR tremolo. Let me get something to drink first. All right, Teacher Dave, I'm playing through a Swart STR tremolo, 5-watt tube amp. It's powered by a single EL34 with 3 12A7s, 12 DW7 for the reverb driver, and a 5AU4 preamp tube. It has a 110 Jensen P10R Alnico magnet speaker in it. So the amp has onboard reverb and tremolo. Effects I'm running right now is just a retrosonic analog delay. It's the only thing that's being run now other than the onboard reverb. Ever played a Gibson guitar? No, I've never played a Gibson guitar. What? Good luck, Austin G. Oh, Joe, you think I need one of those? Dude, I've got my own signature amp. I'm good, man. And I have this amp with Swartz, so I'm good, man. Not much, Wilbur. How you doing? Advice for someone heading into a studio to complete an entire song alone. Yeah, man. Johnny Black, you should take notes before you go into the studio of every track of what you want to do. In other words, track 1, scratch rhythm guitar. Track 2, second rhythm guitar track. Track 3, scratch vocal. Track 4, lead vocal. Track 5, bass. What did I say? Track 5, that was bass. Track 6, drum track. Track 7, overdub guitar solos. Or whatever. That's it. That's what you should do, man. That's what I would do. You'll save money that way. Because you'll be organized. I'm assuming that it's just going to be you with another person working the recording board. You'll have to make arrangements of how many hours you need with a drummer to record the tracks. You might want to just try doing some simple percussion on a track with the click track. When you play your first rhythm guitar, you're going to play to a click track, bud. That way you'll keep your place. You'll keep your time. I know it can be daunting for some people. Here you go. Put some money into my slot. Buy a sticker. You want something played, you got to buy a sticker. That's how it works. No, I can't play the Weezer lick. So you want to think about it in terms of that, Johnny. Dude, don't be nervous about going in. I mean, you'll have some... I think it'll be exciting nerves, but just get into doing what you're doing. Don't worry about the click track so much, but definitely use it. I know there's a lot of musicians scared shitless of using it. You shouldn't be. It's there to help you, not hurt you. So think about it like that, right? It's there to help you, not hurt you. I mean, I was amazed when I went to record my record back in like 98, 99, and the engineer that I was working with told me, like, he's like, do you have any problems working with a click track? And I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, I'm used to it. He's just like, that's awesome. And I said, why? He's just like, a lot of musicians are scared shitless of it. I'm like, why? He's like, I don't really know. I'm like, okay. I'm like, are we good? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let's proceed. But that's just me and my attitude about things. Like, let's go, man. Ain't nothing but to do it. You're welcome, Johnny Black. Go make that fucking rock and roll. Make that shit happen. Best quality electric guitar strings, Ernie Ball, in my opinion. I mean, my favorite guitar players are Jimmy Page and Eric Clapton. They both use Ernie Ball. That's the reason I use Ernie Ball. It's kind of a black and white issue for me, but works for me. And what works for me may not work for you. Vice versa. I always say that to other guitar players, man. Like, my rig works for me. It may not work for you. But this is my advice. And I've been doing this for a long time. You know, sold boutique guitar amps and effects all around the world from 2000 to 2007 when I had my own online retailer. I think my main competition back then was like Music Toys. Do you guys remember that place? Exactly. Johnny, let us know how it goes. When are you going in to do this? Over like this weekend or what? You're a Diodario guy? I started out with Diodario and I started like breaking them. Those and GHS. But I don't really break strings anymore, so Diodarios don't really bother me all that much, but it's not my preferred brand. Brian, buy a sticker. Better yet, take your yelling and get lost. How's that? Oh, 3 months from now? Alright. Do you know what your studio rate is? 10 to 52? Yeah, I do a 9 gauge on this. I also like the 9.5 gauge. That's cool, Johnny. I'd be careful if you're paying more than $80 an hour. I'd watch out. That's my 2 cents. I don't know where you are at. Oh, holy shit, man. Where are you at? Austin G, that is correct. They do. Guitar Center owns Musician's Friend and American Music Supply. Yes, that's true. Oh, you're in AZ too, man? I'm in Scottsdale. Where are you? In Phoenix? At Flagstaff? Tucson? Where are you going, man? Hey, Death. Your teacher Dave's in Pine Top. Fucking love it, man. Wow, Johnny. I don't know where you're going. Is this like business? Business? This isn't like someone's recording studio in their backyard. Hey, Lisa. I'm gonna pass, but thank you. Well, when you can, get back to me and let me know. Or come back and make a comment on the video or whatever. He produced... Oh, that means absolutely nothing to me. I don't know. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd be skeptical. I'd be very skeptical, and I would not spend $150 an hour on recording time. I would do some more shopping. I do think it's expensive, man. I really do. Me personally, I would not pay more than $80 an hour. I don't give a shit who you are. Austin G, no, because I condition my fretboard, and when I'm not using it, I put it back in its case where it belongs. I've mentioned that the other night on the channel, like about I think I mentioned it Sunday when I was actually going through my restringing process with the guitar. Man, a guitar doesn't belong out on a stand in your room, just collecting dust or whatever, when you're not playing it or whatever. If you have a nice guitar, you should be taking care of it. It should be in your case when you're not playing it. Full stop. Because that's where it belongs. If you want to keep its coloring, keep the condition of it in, good to excellent condition in case you ever want to resell it at some point in time. If you keep it in its case, chances are nothing bad will happen to it. Think about it like that. If you leave it out, chances are something bad is going to happen to it. I can guarantee it. Because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Just like when you ride a motorcycle out there, it ain't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Amelia, would you like it to be? Because I can make it pee-pee pants time if you like. You know what, dude? If my house was burning down, I'd run in to get my guitar and fuck everything else. Because that's the kind of asshole I am. I'd grab my dogs. I'm not that big of an asshole. But the goldfish, they're fucked. I'm just kidding. I don't own any goldfish. That's mean. Man, he just said on his channel he'd let the goldfish boil to death. No? See, Johnny, we all have our weaknesses, right? Or not weaknesses, but priorities. All right, children. Okay, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the link is below in the read more section. I think it just says more. Hit it. The drop down box will appear. You can see all my information there. There's a link to the Patreon page, patreon.com/Larry Soulcactus. You will be able to purchase my music there. And if you want to do so, support the channel here. You can subscribe, you can hit that like button, and you can buy a sticker or a super sticker. Well, Amelia, how you know the dude's on The Walking Dead then? Just by advertisement? Like, there's a alert going off here. Go to his Amelia, go to Netflix, pull up Walking Dead, pull up where Negan comes in, and he mentions it. He mentions it when he kills some of Sheriff Rick's squad. Thanks, Teacher Dave. It's a retrosonic analog delay. If you guys want, you can go to the homepage of the YouTube channel and go to postings. You'll find pictures of my pedal board and the Sword amplifier up there for your viewing pleasure. You can also find the ToneQuest Report article featuring me talking about my Soulcactus signature amp by Victoria Amp Company. All right. I will be back tomorrow at, I think, the regular time, noontime, whatever it is. And so, have a good night. You guys be good to yourselves and each other. Be good to the ones around you. And we'll catch you soon. All right? Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.